Hi, my name is Steve Yaris. I'm from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I'm retired, I'm married, and I have 2 children. Previous to retirement, I worked in the nuclear power industry. I worked there for 35 years as an operator and an instructor. Gardening around the house is our normal stuff. We put mulch down, we take care of our plants in the yard, we prune them, cut the grass, do all the normal stuff in the yard. The pain in my wrist really hampered me from doing a lot of activities. It hurt me from playing golf. It stopped me from doing some gardening activity. It made it even difficult to drive and write my name. Throughout the years, my pain in my wrist increased. In the beginning, it was mild, but as the years went by, it got more and more severe. I also developed rheumatoid arthritis, which contributed to the pain even increasing more. Okay, over the years, as working in a nuclear power plant, we ended up turning a lot of valves, so there was a lot of wrist motion with that. When I built my house, there was a lot of hammering involved with it and a lot of work like that. Gardening work, lifting stuff up and moving it over the years contributed to the pain. Also with rheumatoid arthritis, that contributed even more to the problem with my wrist. I got to meet Dr. Culp. When I was going to my rheumatologist, he was examining me for the problems I was having in my wrist. The problems got so severe, he suggested I go see Dr. Culp from the Philadelphia Hand Center. When I went to see Dr. Culp from the Philadelphia Hand Center, he did an examination on my hand. He looked at it, and he looked at my right and left hand. He did a strength test. On my left hand, which is my normal hand, I had a good strength, about 100 pounds pressure. When he looked at my right hand, he said I only had about 30 pounds of grip strength on it. He was really amazed that I could even use my hand. And I was telling him when I would try to write or do any work around the house, my hand would actually go numb on me and I really couldn't even use my wrist. So he looked at the different options and he gave me an option of wrist motion implant surgery or fusing the bones in my wrist. The bad thing about fusing the bones in the wrist is you're going to lose your motion in your hand. So he suggested the best way to go probably would be with the wrist motion implant surgery. So I was a little nervous the day of surgery. We had to drive down to Philadelphia, which was about a 2-hour drive from my house. We got down to the hospital, Jefferson Hospital. We checked in, met with the doctor, the anesthesiologist. Before I knew it, I was in the operating room. About 2 hours later, I woke up and the surgery was completed. After the surgery was done, the doctor came in, we talked about the surgery, how it went, and they took all my tubes out and I ended up going home. So from the time I got into the hospital to the time I left was probably about 6 hours. After the surgery was done, I went and had physical therapy for a few months on my hand. And as I was doing my physical therapy, we kept doing wrist strength tests on my hand. And right now, my grip strength in both hands is equal. So that surgery went really well to that part. The advice I'd give to somebody looking for the same type of problem with a hand is really the doctor gave me 2 options. The wrist motion implant surgery or the fusion of the bones in my wrist. When we talked about it, the fusion wasn't an option because basically I would lose the motion in my wrist. So we opted for the wrist motion implant surgery and it was great. I have, my hands, my motion is nearly the same in both wrists with no pain. Thank you Arthrosurface for the wrist motion implant surgery and Dr. Culp for getting my life back to normal and letting my wrist heal up perfect. Thank you.